So today we're going to be doing the power steering lines on an 04 Duramax. Stay tuned. First step, you have to take the bolts or body bolts out of the wheel cover to get it off for more access. Looks new as well. So our first thing is going to be to get this charge pipe off right here. That's our first 11 millimeter, and the other is right there by the throttle body. Okay, charge pipes out. Now we can do the power steering lines. Next up, you have to do the top part of the power steering lines out of the hydroboost. There's one there. You can choose to do line wrenches or not. I'm taking them off and doing a total replacement, so I won't be using line wrenches. There's the other one right there. Okay, once you get them loose from the hydroboost, the other one's loose over there. Hard hat's in the way. Then the real fun begins. There is a bracket. If you follow the line down here, and this is that line. If you follow it down, past this little rail, the frame and everything like that, there will be a 1/2 inch bracket somewhere back off in here. Once you find it, you want to take that off. That'll relinquish the pressure on both lines, and you can kind of work with them a little more freely to get them off of the gearbox right there. Now finally, once you have the brackets off, there's the line that I just took loose from that 1/2 inch bracket. You'll see that there's two lines coming into the gearbox right there. They are going to be an 18 millimeter line wrench. 18 millimeter line wrench on both of them. Okay, once you get both of those loose, there is a little clamp that you have to take loose, or you will not be getting those out of there. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get to. So got all the power steering lines out. Like always, you want to match up and make sure that the hose that you got matches the old one before you go and install it like a bonehead. And it appears to me like they're all the same. Just to mention, guys, I'm doing all of the power steering hoses, even the ones that go into the power steering pump, as well as both that go into the steering box. So yeah. Okay, the first one I want to tackle was the return line, the long one, and it's a little bit of a trick getting it fished in there, but once you do, it should line up with the outside hole. And on the right side of the hydroboost. Next up, we'll be doing the bottom side of the pressurized side of the hose. That's the one with the little funky clamp on it. It goes right there and plugs into our other hole on the steering box. Now we're about to do the upper side of the high pressure side of the power steering pump. Make sure that you are lubricating and seating your O-rings correctly. Don't roll them on. Try to put them on as flat as possible. Okay, so I've gone ahead and tightened the line on the power steering pump, as well as the two lines down there on the gearbox. There's a piece of tape covering the way, but you get the idea. So now it is time to put the charge pipe back in. Okie doke, charge pipe's in. I went ahead and did the connection up here as well. Just make sure that you do that bracket that's over here somewhere, the 1/2 inch. You reconnect your little clamp holding the soft hose to the more rigid metal hose. Tighten everything down, and then we'll begin the bleeding process. So my bleeding process is actually quite a simple one. You want to keep that completely full with power steering fluid. And I have a little 3/8 hose running from the vacuum line port all all the way down to some kind of container to catch fluid, you'll need about a gallon of Prestone to do this. And then you're going to want to have somebody in the driver's seat with the truck running, going full lock to full lock, turning the wheels and slowly pushing down the brake pedal simultaneously. And that should bleed it out just fine. You will run through a lot of fluid and it'll be a god-awful color most times. So that will complete this tutorial. Thank you.